So I'd now like to have Somnia's evaluator, Mark Poole, just give us an overview of his project today. So over to you, Mark.
Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster. Samia, or Dr. Serti, as I like to call him, has, I'm going to mention two purpose statements and then a little bit of background as well. So the purpose of this speech is for the member to practice developing a change management plan. And secondly, the purpose of the speech is for the member to share some aspect of the change management plan. Now, in the notes of the evaluator, I think this is important, so I'm going to mention it. The speech may be any type, including humorous, and it should not report on the content of the management change or the managed change project, which is different to the change management plan. Okay, I will turn it back to you, Mr. Toastmaster.
Thank you, Mark. So please help me welcome Samia Serti. The title of his presentation being Wash Your Cash in 3 Easy Steps. Wash your cash in 3 easy steps. Samia Serti.
Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and our most welcome guests. Here is a question for all of you. What do all of these TV shows and movies have in common? Ozark, Narcos, The Sopranos, and The Wolf of Wall Street. Any ideas?
Lots of money.
Money? Anything else?
Criminality.
Criminality? You're right. You guys are thinking about criminal activity and even some drug references maybe. You're on the right track. But more specifically, I'm talking about a financial crime. I'm talking about money laundering. Now, when I heard the words money laundering in the past, even a month ago, I used to picture shady accountants doing dirty dealings under the table to hide criminal purchases and the dirty dealings for the dirty money. But you may have noticed, I said the word used to picture it that way. Well, that all changed just last month. It was a beautiful, absolutely gorgeous spring afternoon. And I was taking my Ontario government mandated daily walk. So as I trotted along down the street, minding my own business, I saw the most peculiar sight. You'll never believe it. I saw a black briefcase sitting there in the grass without a speck of dirt on its leather exterior. Of course, my curiosity got the best of me, and I opened it up. Lo and behold, I found stacks on stacks of $100 bills, totaling up to $50 million. And this is where all my dreams came true, like a kid in a candy store. I could buy all the toys and trinkets that my heart desired. So I started, of course, with a full set of Nerf guns that I always wanted as a kid, but never got to get by my own money. And I worked my way up from some fancy jewelry to pierce my ears with, and even, this fancy new Lamborghini here, which you can see me standing right next to there. It's totally not a doctored picture, but this is totally me with my new Lamborghini. Now, managing this will come with some risks, of course, because this is dirty money. And this is also where this kid in a candy store's biggest enemy came through. The people who won't let me keep my hard-earned criminal cash and my freedom. I'm talking about those 3 big letters, the CRA. I couldn't let the pesky tax man steal my hard-earned dirty money, and most of all, my esteemed Nerf gun collection. That's why I learned how to launder money, just like Ozark, Narcos, The Sopranos, and The Wolf of Wall Street. My change management plan for laundering money has 3 main steps, and they're pretty easy to follow. The first step is placement. So placement is the stage where my money enters the financial system for the very first time. And in this step, my money was deposited into the bank, disguised as a business transaction on the surface. For my situation, I started a tiffin service from my home where people can drive up, pay top dollar each month for membership to receive a nicely packaged, delicious package of food for their lunch bags. On the outside, it's a regular house on a regular street, providing a lucrative tiffin service for the community. But on the inside, it is the best money laundering scheme a growing boy like me could ask for. Now, the second step of money laundering is the layering. So, layering is the stage where the illicit money was put together with my legitimate money. And this usually involved generating so many intricate transactions that the dirty cash just poof, disappears into them. You can't tell the difference. Now, your laundering scheme may differ from mine, but in all schemes, the purpose is the exact same: to make it difficult for even the most skilled accountant to differentiate between money that came from legal transactions and money that came from funds that were placed for laundering. Maybe something you found in a black leather briefcase while on your government mandated walk. Who knows? Now, while layering is typically a safer stage than the first stage, placement, those who are not careful often can still be caught easily if they make a mistake, which I learned from my money laundering masterclass found easily online. For example, if any other tiffin business that averaged, let's say, $5,000 in transactions a day for years and years in the past were to suddenly start to process over $10,000 in transactions per day, it might attract some scrutiny, especially from that pesky tax man. That's why I had to diversify. I diversified my cash businesses, opening up my own dry cleaning shop, nail salon, and laundromat. But this last step, the third and final step, is where the magic happens. I'm talking about integration. Now, integration is a stage where my money re-enters the legitimate economy. Now, when the money appears to come from a legal business, it can then be placed into a larger scale investment. So I placed my integrated cash into luxurious assets, any property I can think of, even a mega yacht, and new businesses to launder more money with. Now, my next plan, and this is quite idealistic, it's to buy my own casino so that I can orchestrate an Ocean's 11 type of casino heist just to collect on the insurance payout. Look at me. I've been a criminal for only a month, but I think I'm in too deep. In fact, I think I hear my head of security picking up a SWAT team heading this way, so I need to quickly wrap this up. I suppose this will be the last you'll hear from me. I think the next time I use Zoom will be my court hearing wearing a fancy orange prison jumpsuit. I hope I've helped you learn about money laundering for any situation. I heard a chair talk about some exec positions. So maybe you're running for treasurer in the upcoming elections and you want our club to have some luxurious assets. Or maybe you'll have my luck, finding a black leather briefcase full of millions of dollars to spend at your heart's content. Or, hey, you're a good person and you want to learn about money laundering to switch careers into financial compliance and security. But whatever the reason, I hope that my change management plan has taught you something new. And now, if you don't mind, I'm going to flee the country in my mega yacht. So I'll catch you on the flip side. And remember, don't fret. Don't worry about me. Because if I get caught, then hey, it's just like how that joke goes. A dry cleaner gets arrested for money laundering. But not to worry. The deal is being ironed out.
Wow, thank you, Samya. That was fantastic. I would never have expected to learn about money laundering in Toastmasters. I'm definitely going to add that on my resume. Super. And I would say this whole med school thing for you, I think, is overrated. Just get into the money laundering, focus on that. Clearly, that's where your passion is.